Now, I believe in multiracialism very strongly since the day I entered politics. So now I present to you Nalla, and he will get to know Nalla better. He's money treasurer. He looks after my party funds. Nalla, make sure. But you hear a lot from him. He knows about the stock market very well, which is currently a very important area with all these tariffs involved. So Nalla, you want me to say something about you more? He's married. How many kids have you? 2 kids. And he graduated from our local university as an accountant. He was with Ernst Young. So, okay, now I present to you Nalla. Nalla can speak Tamil also, no?
Thank you, Doc. Okay, first I'll speak in English and then later I'll speak in Tamil as well. A very good morning to all of you. Hi, I'm Nalla here. I'm married with 2 kids, school, university going kids, so I understand their concerns. And I graduated with a Bachelor of Accountancy degree from NUS in 1988. I'm also a chartered accountant and the treasurer of Progress Singapore Party and also the founder member with Dr. Tan. I'm one of the 12 founder members of Progress Singapore Party because I believe in the principles of transparency, independence and accountability. And very importantly, we are a party with compassion. We want to leave no Singaporean behind. We want to share the wealth, the prosperity to all Singaporeans rather than the select few. And also, I'm the president of the Society of Remisiers Singapore. As president of the Society of Remisiers, I have 2 key objectives. One is to job transformation, which is very relevant in Singapore now. And the other one is rebuilding the vibrancy of the Singapore stock market. I want to focus on 3 main issues here. One is cost of living. It may sound cliche, but end of the day, it's real. Compared to GE 2020 to now, 2025, the cost of living has gone up tremendously. And on top of that, the government has increased the GST from 7% to 9%. It's escalated the cost of living. So you are wondering, cost of living all over the world has gone up. But having this GST has added oil to the fire actually. So I think the other reason is from 2023, they increased 1%, prices have gone up to 10, 20%. Then 2024, again 1%, it went up another 20%. So you're talking about maybe even as much as 50%. It's very unbearable. So when we walk the ground and we talk to the residents, they feel it. The disposable income has shrunk tremendously. To be fair, yes, the government has given relief, CDC voucher, cash top-up and all that. But this is not enough. This is temporary. But the rise in prices are permanent. So we will go in Parliament to strongly request the government to reduce back the GST back to 7%. Of course, the government always say, hey, when you reduce, where is the money going to come from? The recent budget, they announced for 2024-25, they had a surplus of 6.4 billion. The GST they raised was 20.6 billion. If we reduce by 2%, it's only about 4.6 billion. So the surplus is there to cover the GST. So I would strongly urge the government to reduce back the GST back to 7%. The other issue that is close to my heart is jobs. Job priority for Singaporeans. A lot of jobs, especially those in their 40s, 50s and 60s have been displaced because of the gig economy. So yes, the government has provided training and heavy subsidies for upskilling. But then after that, then what? Do they have jobs available? The problem is after they qualify, the employers are not willing because of their age. So this issue has not been addressed squarely by the government. So when we are in Parliament, we will urge the government to come up with a good plan for this significant group of Singaporeans who are facing a really hard time. The other end of the spectrum is young graduates. We have the top class universities in the world, be it in university and poly. But the problem is only the top higher level people can find jobs. But the lower end of the spectrum, they are finding real difficulty getting a job. So I feel that we need to address why are we having foreigners. We are not xenophobic against foreigners. As long as we don't have the skill sets, yes, by all means you can employ foreigners from overseas. But the problem is we have world-class university preparing them for the market. The only reason I can think of employers are willing to employ foreigners is because they can come at a lower cost. They can apply for jobs via email and then via Zoom, attend the interview and have the jobs. I think it's about time as a country we got to look after our own citizens first. Our own young children can't find jobs and they start doing Grab delivery and all that. Nothing against Grab delivery, earning an honest living. But are they underemployed? Is this what we are doing? I mean, you go other countries, normally the top level jobs are meant for your own countrymen, and then foreigners can take the lower end jobs. But in our country, the lower end jobs are like Grab delivery or whatever, this thing, they are doing this. What is the future going to be? So it's about time our government address this issue squarely. And the third issue is housing, affordable housing. During my time, housing was with about 3 to 4 years of our annual income, you can afford to buy a house, a reasonable 3 or 4 room or even 5 room house. But now it takes about 10 years or more. And I that's why you see a lot of people are afraid to get married, because first you need a home, then before you can start having children and all that. So that's why that's one of the contributing factors why our birth rate is at the lowest point of 0.97. It's about time we need to look at housing and also good childcare facility where they don't have to rush back from work to pick up their kids. Should be for longer hours so that they feel comfortable doing their work and they know that their children will look after well after. And also I feel singles. Yes, now we have a growing number of singles. I feel now the eligibility age of singles should be reduced to 28, and then they should be able to apply for a HDB flat. Yes, I mean, maybe the government is worried that we might be encouraging more people to be single, but to find a suitable spouse is a lifelong decision. So you should not be rushed into only when they can find a suitable partner, then by all means they get married. So I feel housing is another issue that we need to address squarely. And okay, now I want to speak, why do we want to stay in as a candidate? You look at, we have a multiracial state. We have Chinese, Malay and Indians. This is a microcosm of Singapore, a united multiracial. That's the beauty about Singapore. We all races come together and we work together and to progress. And also I want to say this contest in Chua Chu Kang is like a David and Goliath battle. Yes, we know we are competing against the Deputy Prime Minister and his team. The key difference is we have the heart and the soul to things. Just like the David and Goliath battle, finally David won. Why? Because he have the perseverance and the ingenuity to beat a giant. So hopefully, Chua Chu Kang residents, you have given us 41% votes in GE 2020. And hopefully in 2025, the remaining 59% also give us your mandate, and we will work hard for you. If we are sincere, we have the heart for you to make Chua Chu Kang a wonderful constituency, a kampong spirit, a united one. Thank you. Now let me say a few words in Tamil. And Anbu Chua Chu Kang Singapore Kudimakkale Vanakkam. என் பெயர் நல்லகருப்பன். நான் கல்யாணம் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். எனக்கு 2 குழந்தைங்க யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் படிச்சிருக்காங்க. என்னென்னா நாங்கள் ஏன்னா இந்த தேர்தலில் வரணுன்னா, இப்போ என்னென்னா சிங்கப்பூர் குடிமக்கள் ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்குது. இந்த விலைவாசிலாம் கண்டபடி ஏறி இருக்குது. வேலை வாய்ப்பு அவ்வளோ அதிகம் இல்லை. இன்னொன்று வீட்டு விலையை நம்ம பிள்ளைகளுக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்குது வாங்குறதுக்கு. இதெல்லாம் நம்ம பார்லிமெண்ட்டில் போய் பேசி உங்களுக்காக, உங்கள் குரலுக்காக நம்ம பேசுவேன். உங்கள் ஆதரவு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். நம்ம கஷ்டப்பட்டு உங்களுக்காக உழைப்பேன். மிக்க நன்றி. வணக்கம்.
மிஸ்டர் நல்லா, நீங்க இந்த கடந்த முறை நீங்க எலெக்ஷன்ல போட்டிக்கிட்டீங்க. இது நீங்க சந்திக்கிற 2வது தேர்தல் இல்லையா? உங்களுடைய முக்கிய அக்கறைகளா நீங்க முன்வைக்க போறது என்ன? அண்ட் இப்போதைக்கு நீங்க விலைவாசி பற்றி மிகவும் பெரிதாகவே சொல்லிட்டு வரீங்க. அதுக்கு நீங்கள் வைத்திருக்கிற தீர்வு என்ன மிஸ்டர் நல்லா?
ஓகே, நீங்கள் சொல்கிறது மூணு இஷ்யூஸ் க்ளோஸ் டு மை ஹார்ட். என்னென்னா விலைவாசி குறைக்கணும், இன்னொன்று வேலை வாய்ப்பு சிங்கப்பூர் குடிமக்களுக்கு முக்கியமாக முதல்ல போகணும், 3வது ஹவுசிங் வீட்டு விலையெல்லாம் குறைய. ஸோ நம்ம பிள்ளைகளுக்கு தே கேன் அஃபோர்ட் ஹவுசிங். ஸோ விலைவாசினா அந்த ஜிஎஸ்டி இப்போ ஏற்றுறதுக்கு தேவையே இல்லை. 7 விழுக்காடுலேருந்து 9 விழுக்காடு ஏற்றுறதுக்கு தேவையே இல்லை. ஸோ அதை குறைக்கணும். அதனால மற்ற விலைவாசியெல்லாம் குறையும்.
ஓகே, இந்த தடவை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய Okay, thank you.
Sorry,
Wait.
because I want to introduce the other.
Sure, can.
You can
Sorry.
keep it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because or else you're gonna go home.